Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. Cameroon's electoral body LECAM has announced that over 8 million people have registered to vote in the upcoming presidential elections. Young people constitute the majority of registered voters, while women are increasingly making their voices heard. Here's DW's Moki Kinzeka on why this story matters.
More than 1.8 million new voters will participate in this year's elections, scheduled for October 2025, bringing the total number of expected voters to 8.2 million. This represents a significant jump from 6.5 million registered voters in the previous election. Young people make up approximately 70% of all registered voters. Analysts and political commentators say the increase reflects a growing determination among youths to see changes in leadership. More than 30 candidates have already announced their participation or intention to run, with opposition parties forming alliances, while Bia's CPDM party is also negotiating support from some opposition groups. Civil society organizations emphasize that while the high interest in this year's election is encouraging, it must translate into registered voters actually participating in the polls and defending their votes.
Away from Cameroon, South African firebrand opposition figure Julius Malema has been denied a United Kingdom visa. His party, the Economic Freedom Fighters EFF, claims the decision is politically motivated. The UK cited Malema's support for Hamas and allegedly incendiary comments as reasons for this denial. What are the circumstances behind this denial? The UK Home Office says the decision was made following a review of visa regulations, which allows the UK to refuse an individual a visa if their presence in the UK is not conducive to the public good due to conduct, character, associations, or other reasons. Well, the Home Office states that Julius Malema's open support for Hamas and Hezbollah, two proscribed terrorist organizations, makes his presence in the UK detrimental to public safety. What's next for Julius Malema? Julius Malema has no right to appeal or seek administrative review of this decision. Additionally, he is likely to be denied visas in the future unless the circumstances of his application change. What has been the response? The Economic Freedom Fighters said in a statement on X that they are not surprised by this decision, accusing the Home Office of making the decision based on political motivations. And finally, there is still uncertainty surrounding the return of former Zambian President Edgar Lungu's body, as his family accused the Hichilema-led government of breaching key agreements. DW's Glory Mushenge has the details.
The Zambian government says it remains open and committed to re-engagement until an amicable resolution is reached following the halting of late former President Edgar Lungu's body repatriation from South Africa by his family yesterday. It was the second time the repatriation was suspended due to disagreements between the government and Lungu's family over how his funeral proceedings should be conducted. According to Secretary to the Cabinet Patrick Kanga, the President will address the nation at an appropriate moment and provide further guidance. Until then, he adds, the government will continue its consultations with the family, mindful of the need to accord the late former President the honor commensurate with his office and service. There is no indication as to whether the state funeral will still proceed as planned on Sunday.
And that'll be all for today. Don't forget to leave a comment. Do share, like, and subscribe to our channel, DW Africa. I am Ajua Tinkrama Domina.